Side of row number 2. Big move to the outside by the 13. One lap in the books. Clinton Hauser, the race leader, but Brett Cronrath going to be the quick lap that time by the 88 of Jesse Maurer. Started 7th. He currently runs 3rd. Chase Laser now back to 4th. Here comes Robert Shanneman in the 15 up to the 5th position. Jamie Flickinger in the 9G holds on to that last transfer spot. Matt Yo in the 14M of Chelsea Moore dueling towards the back of the pack, but they're going to have to get to work if they're going to catch up to Flickinger. Top 3 start to separate themselves out at the front of the field. Hauser slides just a little bit high off the corner. That let Cronrath get to the inside. Cronrath inside off at 2. New race leader Brett Cronrath. Here comes Jesse Maurer right back to the inside. Clinton Hauser still under attack. Maurer tries to slide up in front of him. The bottom groove really working well right now, especially in turns 1 and 2. Hauser able to get the tires up. Oh, caution flag on the Speedway. The 9G of Jamie Flickinger goes around. Flickinger spun all by himself. Let's head downstairs to Lauren Fisher. Lauren, who do you have for us?
I have our heat race winner, number 1, Mike, who is last year's track champion. Congratulations. How's tonight feel?
I felt pretty good. There was back, afraid, well, we landed up, taking off pretty good, led from.
So the car's feeling pretty good, the track's good. Anything gonna change, you think, or?
Not sure. See what the track looks like for feature time.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Yeah, Mike Kreiser hasn't had the season he's wanted to at the start. And with the truncated season, already starting to work our way towards the end of things here. Brett Cronrath going to be your race leader over Clinton Hauser. Jesse Maurer 3rd. Chase Laser 4th. Robert Shanneman 5th. The 14M of Chelsea Moore is 6th with Flickinger at the back of the field now. That battle between Moore and Yo now going to be for the transfer spot. Moore clips the inside tires off of 4. Yo not able to capitalize on it. A little bit of a bobble out of Chase Laser. He's hit hard in the tail tank by the 15 of Shanneman. Both of those cars able to continue. Flickinger gets to the inside of Yo towards the back of the pack. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go here in heat race number 2 for the Sportsman. Brett Cronrath, the race leader. Jesse Maurer holds on to 2nd. Clinton Hauser 3rd. Off of turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Brett Cronrath picks up the win over Jesse Maurer. Clinton Hauser 3rd. Chase Laser 4th. Robert Shanneman rounds out your top 5. Chelsea Moore gets the final automatic transfer spot. Jamie Flickinger and Matt Yo will head to the consi. Final heat race rolling out onto the racetrack for the Sportsman. Let's get you the starting lineup. On the pole, the 11M of Jessica Moore. To her outside, the 22 of Raymond Olinger. David Ravel in the 21V and the 83 of Evan Lawrence will make up row number 2. Brian Shawley and R.J. Rossi in row number 3. Those cars, the 10Z and 647 respectively. Mike Miller in the 4 and Michael Spatafora in the number 8 will round out the field. Following the Sportsman on the racetrack will be 2 heat races for the Hyper Racing 600s. Then the 3 heat races for the 270s, 3 more heats for the 125s and 4-strokes, and 4 consolation races will be on the docket for tonight as well. Only the 600s will not run a consi. Green flag is out. Good start for the 11M of Jessica Moore. She's going to be your race leader. Not long off of two, though. Big contact. Couple of cars almost go around. One car spins to the infield. That's the 10Z of Brian Shawley. Fairly heavy contact as these cars work their way off of the corner. Looks like the 4 of Mike Miller getting into the 11M of Jessica Moore. That started the pinball bouncing down the back straightaway and ended up losing out for the 10Z of Brian Shawley, who came to a stop on the inside of the back straightaway. Green flag back in the air. We are underway again. Still 10 laps to go. Jessica Moore holds on to the lead. Big hip check by the 22J of Raymond Olinger on RJ Rossi in the 647. Here comes Mike Miller around the outside of Rossi. He's going to get that pass completed. Now looks to slide to the inside of Olinger in turns 1 and 2. Olinger had to move up the racetrack just a little bit. That opened up the door. Mike Miller kicks his way through it. New second place runner Mike Miller. Here comes Dave Ravel battling to the outside of RJ Rossi for 4th. Rossi falls back just a little bit. In fact, he's going to fall into the clutches of Shawley. Trouble for the 647. Caution flag will come out as the 647 comes to a stop in the outside of turn 4. Almost looked like we saw a little bit of sparks coming out of the 647 as that car came to a stop. And that 647 machine of RJ Rossi will get the push off the racetrack. That car has been piloted the last several times out here by Brent Shearer, who's been splitting some time between Lanco and his 410 duties. Big change there, splitting between driving a Sportsman and a 125 and 4-stroke. And Brent Shearer will be starting in the number 12 125 and 4-stroke tonight. He'll roll off in heat race number 3, but that one's getting towards the end of the heat race festivities. We still have several more to go here as the Sportsmen are the first of our divisions on the racetrack tonight. Evan Lawrence in the 83 also coming to a stop down the back straightaway, and that car will need to go on the hook. Green flag back in the air. Jessica Moore leads the field up the corner. Oh, man, big contact between Mike Miller and Dave Ravel. Now trouble for the 22J, who slows off the corner. Also, Mike Miller in the 4 slows as well. Everybody seems to be able to get back up to speed. 4 laps are in the books, and Jessica Moore has checked out. She's the leader by 1.5 seconds the last time by. That lead's going to grow. It's up to 2.1 seconds. The 22 slows that last lap by. Dave Ravel comes around, picks up second. Again, a big slowdown out of the 4 of Mike Miller. That car, not sure if it's bouncing out of gear, if there's a little bit of a motor issue there, but the 4 seems to lose the fire off the corner. Same to be said for the 22 of Olinger, down to 3 laps remaining. Only 6 cars still turning laps, so they're all going to transfer. Jessica Moore sees the twin sticks from chief starter Mike Fry, already making her way off at turn 4 to pick up the white flag. David Ravel runs second. It was 1.3 seconds the last time. How about inside of a second this time? The 21V is very quick, but it will not be enough. Checkered flag in the air. Jessica Moore picks up the win over David Ravel. Raymond Olinger second. Brian Shawley, Mike Miller, and Michael Spatafora round out your 6 transferring cars. RJ Rossi and Evan Lawrence both did not finish and will head to the Consi. car heat race coming up for the Hyper Racing 600s. Here is your starting lineup on the pole. The 88 of Nick Skias, to his outside, the 71 of Brian Kramer. 2S of Mike Rutherford and the 16S of Brianne Whitmer will make up row number 2. 75K of Jared Kunkel and the 11H of Holden Ekman in row number 3. The 11 of Dan Souter and the 36 of Danny Braun in row number 4. Travis Kaiser in the 42K and the 51 of Chris Gerhart in row number 5. All alone in row 6, the 17 of Brent Ely. Getting a transponder hooked up onto the 11 of Dan Souter. He'll stop down here by the corner workers down here in turns 1. Lights are out. We're ready to go. Souter will have to fall to the back for not having a transponder. He'll give up the 7th starting position. Lineup is good. We're ready to go. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 1 for the Hyper Racing 600s is green. Skias jumps out to a good lead. Little bit of beating and banging towards the back of the pack. all will qualify. This is going to set the lineup for the feature. Good duel for second place. Rutherford looks inside of Kunkel off at turn number 2. Kunkel tried to slide up the racetrack. Rutherford slides away wide. Big wiggle out of the 11 of Souter. He's already gained 3 positions since the drop of the green flag. Kunkel and Rutherford going to continue to do battle at the front of the field. Excuse me, that's Kramer and Rutherford now battling. Kunkel runs in the 4th position. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th put him under a blanket. Good duel back in the pack as well. That's the 17 of Brent Ely and the 36 of Danny Braun. Braun up against the outside. Caution flag is out. Yellow, yellow, trouble, turn 4. That is the 16S of Brianne Whitmer. Let's head downstairs to Lauren. She's with Jessica Moore.
All right, Jessica, that seemed like a great run. How's the car feel tonight?
Pretty good. I mean, we've been struggling all year, and I'm so glad we finally got the car to where it's supposed to be.
How's the track feel tonight? Are you tonight? You?
Thank you very much, Lauren. Looks like the troubles continue for the 16 of Brianne Whitmer. That car will get pushed off into the infield, not able to refire down the front stretch. It'll be a single file restart. So Nick Skias will be your race leader in the number 88. Mike Rutherford in the 2S will roll off second. Third, the 71 of Brian Kramer. 75K of Jared Kunkel fourth. Green flag back in the air. We are underway. Oh, Kunkel trying to get outside of Kramer off of turn 4. Had to get on the binders. That opened the door for the 51 of Chris Gerhardt. Top 2 get away from Kramer in third. Third, 4th, and 5th almost put him under a blanket. Dan Souter now looks to the outside of Danny Braun down the front straightaway. Not able to get the pass completely cleared. He does get the job done in turns 3 and 4. Top 5 still hold pace. Going to be 2 laps remaining this time by for Nick Skias. Skias with a 3/4 of a second lead over Mike Rutherford. That time by 1 lap remaining. For the Viper Chassis Beer Den, number 88. Skias makes his way down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Nick Skias picks up the win over Mike Rutherford. Brian Kramer, Jared Kunkel comes home 4th. Chris Gerhardt 5th. Dan Souter, Danny Braun, Brent Ely, Holden Ekman, Travis Kaiser round out your top 10. Looks like a little bit of trouble for Dan Souter, who came to a stop off of turn number 2. Nick Skias getting the win in the number 88. Second and final heat race now going to roll out onto the racetrack for the Hyper Racing 600s. Got to give a shout out to viewer Robbie Andrew. Says he is watching from Brisbane, Australia. Thank you very much for tuning in on a Sunday morning. We appreciate you spending part of your weekend with us. The reach of the interwebs is absolutely unreal. Willer Kuski and Jesse Maurer are going to start on the front row for the second heat race. Olivia Thayer and Taylor Troxel in row 2. The 11Z is Zach Light and the 9 of Austin Bishop in row 3. 5 of Heath Hanley, the 1E of Aaron Espenshade in row 4. Row 5, the 15P of Chris Pansner and the 28Q of Austin Quick. Green is out. Good start for Jesse Maurer. He's going to be your race leader into turn 1. Here comes Taylor Troxel in the 24, all over the back bumper of Willer Kuski. Nice move by Zach Light. He's going to be up to the 4th position. Heath Hanley now looks to the inside of Olivia Thayer. Hanley able to power off the corner. Going to try to bring Austin Bishop with him. Thayer fights back down the front straightaway. The difference in age and experience there couldn't get bigger in the 600s. Hanley, a multi-time track champion. Thayer, a rookie in the 600s. Nice job of that young lady driving the 39. 15P of Chris Pansner now gets to the inside of Thayer through turns 3 and 4. Again, everybody's going to transfer out of this one. No consi for the 600s. Cross flags are out halfway home. The 9 of Austin Bishop clipped the infield tire, almost got Austin Quick off the corner. Austin Quick in that Hyper Racing number 28 machine. Evo Injections Quick Shocks also on the sponsor list on the side of that one. He's going to look to the inside of Thayer going into turns 3 and 4. Thayer tries to cross over, back down the straightaway. Not going to happen. Now Thayer way up towards the outside wall. Espenshade really has to get on the binders to avoid the 39. That machine now just coming back under power. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Here comes Heath Hanley. He is on the hunt, stalking down Zach Light. Race leader Jesse Maurer off at turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Jesse Maurer gets the win over Willer Kuski, Taylor Troxel, Zach Light, Heath Hanley, your top 5. Chris Pansner, Austin Quick, Austin Bishop, Aaron Espenshade, and Olivia Thayer round out the field. Let's head downstairs to Lauren. She's with Nick Skias.
Well, Nick, that looked like a great run tonight. How was that feeling?
The car felt pretty good. I felt real good in hot laps. I didn't really have to change much for the heat, and the track actually smoothed out a little bit from hot laps, I think. So I got a little bit better, but we'll see what happens for the feature. I don't think the track's going to change much till then either, but it'd be nice if the track kind of widened out a little bit more, but we got what we got. Everybody got the same track, and we'll see what we can do.
All right, well, good luck in tonight's feature.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Yeah, Nick, one of the more insightful guys we'll talk to, talking about how he doesn't think the track's going to change a whole lot. We'll see how it's going to widen out, if it does at all. It'll be interesting to follow that storyline developing over the course of the evening. Now the 270s will roll out onto the racetrack halfway home here, just about halfway home anyway, in our qualifications. 6 to qualify. Out of the 270s, 11 cars will make up the starting grid for heat race number 1, and here's how they'll line up. On the pole will be the 96 of Jerry Durrell, and to his outside, the 82 of Heath Hanley. 56H of Zach Hollinger, and the 63 of Todd J. Adams in row number 2. 22 of Clinton Hauser, and the 5K of Mike Rutherford in row 3. Row 4, the 21D of Dave Williams, and the 13S of Charles Hellinger. Row number 5, the 49W of Johnny West, and the 53 of Brent Shearer. All alone in row number 6, the 17J of Jared Imler. Several very quick cars going to line up towards the back of this heat race, and only the top 6 will transfer. We have a bunch of neat events coming up here. Entertainment for the whole family here at Lanco's Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. Coming up next weekend at Intermission will be a candy and photo scramble presented by Mike Knappenberger Photos. I believe it was over 300 photos Mike put out at our last photo and candy scramble, in addition to piles of candy. So get the kids all sugared up at Intermission. Let them run around for the second half of the evening. August 29th is Ice Cream Night. Believe we might even be branding that one as the Summer Sizzler. That one comes up on August 29th. Then September 4th, 5th, and 6th, the Labor Day Shootout. Friday night, a cornhole tournament and covered dish dinner. See Debbie Splain for information on that one. That is always a fantastic night. Saturday night, a regular 4-division show. Sunday night, we take the tops off 4 divisions of wingless, and the Slingshots are back. Yellow, yellow, yellow. No start on that one. Trouble for the 96. Jerry Durrell was your pole setter. Trouble for the 96. Jerry Durrell comes to a stop down the front straightaway. The gate will open up and the 96 will get pushed off the racetrack. That will promote the 82, a Heath Hanley, to the pole position. Starting to his outside will be the 56H, Zach Hollinger. Tajay Adams and Clinton Hauser will make up row number 2. Mike Rutherford and Dave Williams now in row 3. Charles Hellinger, Johnny West in row 4. Brent Shearer, Jared Imler in row 5. Green flag in the air, much cleaner start that time. Heath Hanley going to be your race leader, cleanly off at turn number 4. Mike Rutherford looks to the inside of Todd J. Adams off at turn 2. He'll get the spot. Thought about going after Zach Hollinger as well. Field races back through turns 1 and 2. Rutherford high, wide, and handsome to the outside. Trouble for the 21. That car slowed down the back straightaway. He'll come to a stop inside of turns 3 and 4. Clears himself off the racetrack. We stay green. Hanley set the fastest lap last time by. The lead stays pretty consistent, 1.16 seconds over Mike Rutherford, who now runs in the second position. Hollinger holds on to third, Tajay Adams fourth. Top 6 are going to transfer. We've got a doozy of a battle between the 49W of Johnny West and the 17J of Jared Imler. Imler falls back by a couple of car lengths from the 49W off of turn 2 that time by. Now West catching up on the back bumper of Clinton Hauser for 5th. These guys are going to have to get moving because Imler and Brent Shearer are closing quickly. 4 laps remaining. Make it now 3 as race leader Heath Hanley crosses the start-finish line. Rutherford catching him quickly, but we'll stay back here with a battle for the transfer spot. West looks to the inside of Hauser in turns 3 and 4. Nice pass that time by. Moved Johnny West up to the 5th position. That's going to drop Hauser, and he's going to fall into the clutches of Jared Imler with 1 lap to go. Race leader's already off at turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes Shearer looking to the inside of Imler. Off at turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Hanley gets the win over Rutherford. Everybody else strings out single file. Hollinger, Adams, West, and Hauser, your top 6. Jared Imler, Brent Shearer, Charles Hellinger, Dave Williams, and Jerry Durrell will all head to the consi. Once our heat race action winds up, we will go straight to the consies. So for tonight's consolation runners, make sure you are ready to go here. The Slingshots, your consi will run at the conclusion of heat number 3 for the 125s and 4-strokes. Be ready to go here. Also, we will not be opening the gates at intermission. So to our fans in the stands, no gates at intermission tonight. We will be doing the bike giveaways at the intermission period. Also, the Slingshot drivers will be throwing the footballs out for the victory lane photo. Heat number 2 for the 270 starting to roll out onto the racetrack. And here is the starting lineup. Tom Lenware in the 25 will roll off in position number 1. The 29J, Danny Lane Jr. in position 2 on the outside of row number 1. The 87 of Austin Graby and the 54 of Dakota Bartlett will be in row number 2. Row number 3 occupied by the 3 of TJ Grieve and the 34 of Christy Swigert. Alex Swift in the 02 and Nick Skias in the 3S in row number 4. Row 5, the 8Z of Nate Gibble and the 29 of Tom Spatz. All alone in row number 6, the 59J of Walt Wampole. Field already starting to get doubled up. Landwehr and Lane on row number 1. Graby and Bartlett in row 2. Grieve and Swigert will make up row number 3. Let's head downstairs to Lauren. Lauren, who do you have for us?
One lane around the bottom right now. Hopefully the will widen out a little bit, but it's going to make it tough to pass. But it is what it is. That's how the heats are, and hope it widens out for the future.
All right, do you think you're going to make any changes, major changes or anything tonight?
No major changes, some little things here to try to get more comfortable, but we'll be all right.
All righty, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Landwehr and Lane lead the field into the start box, and we are green in heat race number 2. Big move by Christy Swigert. Almost 4 wide off at turn number 4. TJ Grieve, Christy Swigert. Big move by the 3S around the outside. Nick Ski is charging hard. He's already up to the 5th position. Danny Lane able to hold on to the race lead over Tom Landwehr. Graby looks inside of Bartlett. Ski is going to push 3 wide off the corner. Thinks better of it. Gets on the binders. Has to chop down on the 0-2 of Alex Swift. Swift really had to get the brakes hard to keep from running over Skias. What a dogfight we have going on here. 4-5 cars battling, and this is for the transfer spots. Already Walt Wampole going 1 lap down. Danny Lane, your race leader. He comes across the line ahead of Austin Graby. Here's Skias to the inside of Landwehr, going to bring Bartlett with him off the corner. Alex Swift goes 3 wide into 3. Little bit of a hip check there on the 54 of Dakota Bartlett. Put Alex Swift in that Sport Clips machine up to position number 4. Trouble for TJ Grieve. That car bound up just a little bit. He's able to get back to the inside of Bartlett through turns 3 and 4. The 8Z now works to the high side. Tried to get caught back up to Grieve, but that's not going to happen. 3 laps remaining. Dan Lane Jr. has a 2.185 second lead over Austin Graby in second. Nick Ski is catching up on that 87 quickly, though. Two to go, and the lead continues to increase for Danny Lane. White flag is out, 1 lap remaining. top 6 all pretty well settled down. TJ Grieve has the spot. Nate Gibble about a half second back of the 3 machine. Checkered flag in the air. Big win for Danny Lane Jr. in the 29J over Austin Graby. Nick Skias, Alex Swift, Dakota Bartlett, your top 5. The final car to transfer tonight, the 3 of TJ Grieve. Nate Gibble, Tom Landwehr, Christy Swigert, Tom Spatz, Walt Wampole will all head to the Consi. One more heat race coming up for the 270s. Here is the starting lineup. On the pole will be the 2 of Mike Miller. To his outside, the 96W of Chase Walker. Row 2, the 55 of Pete Skias and the 88D of Andrew Dietrich. The 92 of Jason Swavely and the 11 of Mike Ulrich in row number 3. Mike Urich. The 20 of Corey Schmuck Jr. and the 1L of Dave Labe in row number 4. The 647 of R.J. Rossi and the 5A of Anthony Yerger make up the 5th and final row. Field makes their way down the back straightaway. Green flag in the air. Good start for Mike Miller. He's going to be the race leader off the corner. Pete Skias comes with him. Jason Swavely right there as well. Chase Walker drops back to 4th in a hurry. Swavely clips the infield tire. Able to hold on to 3rd spot. Here comes Andrew Dietrich. Walker slides just a little bit high. Dietrich and the 2020 of Corey Schmuck Jr. will do battle off the corner. Schmuck to the inside. Oh, that car slows. Trouble for the 2020 of Corey Schmuck Jr. That car is going to head to the infield, and that'll be the end of the heat race for Corey Schmuck Jr. He's going to head to the Consi. Also, the 647 of R.J. Rossi did not start. He had issues in hot laps. Field already down a couple of cars. The battle for a second, getting ready to heat up. Jason Swavely all over the back bumper of Pete Skias as they get down into turns 1 and 2. Swavely again clips the infield tire, lifts the front wheels off the ground, keeps his foot in the throttle. Swavely right back to the back bumper down the front stretch. Skias slides just a little high off the corner. That's all the gap that Swavely needed. He throws it deep into turns 3 and 4, almost making contact. What a drag race down the front stretch. Good battle between 2 of the veteran drivers here at the Clyde. Skias now tries to get back down to the inside of Swavely. Swavely chops him off on corner entry. down to 3 laps remaining already in this one. And Swavely opens up the gap on Pete Skias. Andrew Dietrich trying to get caught up to the 96W with Chase Walker. Dave Laban, the 1L, holding on to the final transfer spot, and he's got it by a pretty good margin. White flag is out 1 lap remaining. Mike Miller still your race leader. Off at turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Mike Miller picks up the win over Jason Swavely, who crawls across the finish line ahead of Pete Skias. That 92 does have an issue. Chase Walker comes home 4th, Andrew Dietrich 5th. Final transfer spot to the 1L of Dave Labe. Let's head downstairs to Lauren Fisher. She's with Danny Lane Jr. Okay, looks like we weren't quite ready yet with Danny Lane on that one. We'll get him back here in just a moment, but that's going to wrap things up for the 270 heat races. Now just 3 heat races remain to run this evening, and that's in the 125 and 4-stroke division. Here's your starting lineup for heat race number 1. The 25W of Nate Weidman and the 56 of Dick Huzzard will make up row number 1. 26 LR of Kim Minzer and the 62 of Eddie Nocera in row number 2. 22 of Jared St. John and the 3H of Zach Hollinger in row 3. Row 4, the 112 of Dylan Yinks and the 77G of Isaac Graby. The 5 of Terry Ellix and the 6 of Austin Graby will comprise the 5th and final row. Hearing that the 5th place starter, the 22 with Jared St. John, is not on the racetrack. So everybody else will slide up a position. It'll keep the front row the same, the 25W and Nate Weidman and the 56 of Dick Huzzard on row number 1. Kim Minzer and Eddie Nocera will start in row 2. Zach Hollinger and Dylan Yanks will make up the 3rd row now. Green flag in the air. Good start for Weidman. He'll be the race leader cleanly off of turn number 4. Big move to the outside by the 3H of Hollinger. Kim Minzer in the 26 LR heads towards the back. In fact, going to split 3 wide. Little bit of a change tonight. Austin Graby driving the number 6 car, normally piloted by Mike Glass. Graby going to go side by side with Hollinger. Oh, he makes contact. That car really bogs down. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of right front damage on the number 6. Car looks pretty good as it comes off of turn 4 and down the front straightaway. Nate Weidman is long gone in this one. He's crossing the start-finish line now. 2nd place, Dick Huzzard, just crossing now. 4.1 seconds back of your race leader. Call it half a racetrack, and we're only halfway home. Huzzard holds on to 2nd over Zach Hollinger. Again, top 6 are going to transfer. Currently, the 6 of Austin Graby has that spot. The 112 of Dylan Yinks and the 5 of Terry Ellix are going to battle for the 7th position, but that's just outside the range of the transfer spots. Oh, Eddie Nocera big into the left rear tire of Dick Huzzard. Big wheel stand off the corner. The Graby's going to do battle side by side off the turn number 2 and into turns 3 and 4. Huzzard slides just a little bit in turns 3 and 4. That bottles up Eddie Nocera. Big move by the 6 of Isaac Graby. As the white flag is out, we're down to 1 lap remaining. Zach Hollinger now holds on to second. Move Austin Graby up to third. Dick Huzzard holds on to fourth. Eddie Nocera, Isaac Graby going to hold those spots. Checkered flag in the air. Huge win for Nate Weidman over Zach Hollinger. Austin Graby third. Dick Huzzard fourth. Eddie Nocera fifth. Sixth to the 77G of Isaac Graby. Terry Alex was coming in a hurry, but not able to transfer. Dylan Yanks, Kim Minzer, and Jaron St. John also head to the Consi. That win by Nate Weidman was by such a large margin, over 6 seconds. He was stopping for the heat race winners photo off at turn 2 as the second half of the field was coming to take the checkered flag. Nice win there by the 25W of Nate Weidman. Let's head downstairs to Lauren. Lauren, who do you have for us? Okay, well, looks like we might have a little bit of a mic issue here with Lauren. We'll get that one sorted out here in just a moment. But heat race number 2 for the 125s and 4 strokes rolling out onto the racetrack. On the front row will be the 26C of Mike Cohen and the 19 of Matt Fernsler. 13 of Shane Davis and the 26 of Tyler Martin will make up row number 2. 57K of Cassidy Michael and the 55C of Ron Crossley in row number 3. The 04 is Sam Borger and the 7L of Chase Laser in row 4. The 11H of Holden Ekman and the LR62 of Drayson Laser make up row number 5. Green flag in the air. We are underway. Good start for Mike Cohen. Tough start for the 7L of Chase Laser. He's going to head to the infield. He'll be out of the race. Cohen holds on to the race lead. Matt Fernsler runs second. Here's the 26 of Tyler Martin up to third. 13 of Shane Davis runs in the 4th position. 55C of Ron Crossley comes around Cassidy Michael. Cassidy right back inside of Crossley down off of turn 4. Big power move by the 57. Oh, but she wiggles just a little bit. That opens the door for Holden Ekman. Those cars were hooked together off of turn 2. Trouble for those cars. That's going to drop Cassidy Michael back to 7th. Only the top 6 are going to transfer to tonight's feature. Mike Cohen setting fast lap after fast lap to lead just over 1 second. Keep your eye on that battle between the 55C of Crossley and the 57K of Cassidy Michael. That's going to be the battle for the transfer spot. Michael losing just a little bit of ground in turns 1 and 2 that time by. Down to 4 laps remaining, already past the halfway point in the second heat race for the 125s and 4 strokes. Mike Cohen gained 0.2 of a lap on lap number 6. Lap number 7, the gap does not increase, but it's not shrinking either. Down to 2 to go. Looking at that battle for the transfer spot, Cassidy Michael just not able to get anything done with Ron Crossley. She's caught right back up. Oh, big hit on the infield tires. Cassidy bicycles it off at turn 2, keeps the foot in the loud pedal. Little bit of contact on the 55. We are down to 1 to go. Keep your eye on that one. Oh, Michael right back into the back bumper. Crossley off at 2. Checkered flag in the air. Mike Cohen gets the win. Cassidy sends it deep into turn 3. Not going to be enough. Checkered flag in the air. Mike Cohen has the heat race win over Matt Fernsler. Tyler Martin 3rd. Shane Davis 4th. Holden Ekman 5th. Ron Crossley takes the final transfer spot. Cassidy Michael, Drayson Laser, Sam Borger, and Chase Laser round out your field. Let's head downstairs to Lauren. Lauren, who do you have for us?
I have our heat race number 1 winner, Nate. How did the car feel tonight?
Pretty good. We're figuring out everything, and let's see what the future comes.
How's the track feeling tonight? I know the weather's kind of changing now. Is that a concern?
No, not at all. I'm just,
All right, well, good luck tonight.
thank you.
Nate Weidman, a man of many words on that subject. Thank you very much for joining us, Nate and Lauren. We appreciate the hustle down there as well. Coming up after this third and final heat race for the 125s and 4 strokes will be the consolation race for the Slingshots, the Sportsman, the 270s. We're also going to have one here in the 125s and 4 strokes as well. Trouble for the 24 of Logan Road. That car losing a chain on the front stretch. They're going to get that car pushed off the racetrack. Here is the starting lineup for the final heat race. 28 of Kyle Lindsay and the 3 of Mike Miller will make up row number 1. 12 of Brent Shear and the 76 of Justin Harrington in row number 2. 44 of Riley Simmons and the 44X of Alex Lucas in row 3. Row 4, the 78 of Sarah Borer and the 18 of Ron Young. The 24 of Logan Road will be a did not start. Lights are out. We are ready to go racing here in the final heat race of the night. The 125s and 4 strokes heat race number 3, 6 to transfer. Green flag is out. Not a good start at all for Mike Miller. That car really bogged down on the drop of the green. That's going to open up the door for Kyle Lindsay. He's going to be the race leader. He'll have Brent Shearer and Justin Harrington all over his back bumper. New race leader off the corner, Justin Harrington. What a power move inside of turn 3. He's going to bring Shearer. Mike Miller able to recover in the 3. Kyle Lindsay falling back now to the 4th position. Alex Lucas gets around Riley Simmons. He's going to come after the 28 of Lindsay. What a drive by Alex Lucas. He's up to the 4th position. Season has not gone the way that 44X team would have liked it to here at the Clyde. Couple of wins early in the year at the Greenwood Valley Action Track, but that's about it for that 44X team. They need the boost. Harrington, the race leader, set the quickest lap of the race last time by. The lead was 1.4 seconds. He is going to open it up to 1.8 seconds as we are just about down to the halfway point. In fact, the cross flags are out. Justin Harrington, your race leader. Over Brent Shearer, Mike Miller, Alex Lucas, Kyle Lindsay, Riley Simmons in the 44. Holds on to the 6th and final transfer spot. Sarah Borer in the 28, about a second and a half back and not gaining much ground on the 44. Oh, Justin Harrington, race leader, big into the infield tires in turn 3 and 4. Right in the middle of the corner, lifted the front end off the ground. What a piece of driving there by Harrington to keep control of that one. He's already catching the 18 of Ron Young to put that machine 1 lap down. Twin sticks at the start-finish line, 2 laps to go. White flag this time by for Justin Harrington. 1 lap remaining over Brent Shearer, the lead, 2.68 seconds. Mike Miller holds on to 3rd. Checkered flag gonna fly this time by. Justin Harrington gets the win over Brent Shearer. Mike Miller, Alex Lucas holds on to 4th. 5th to Kyle Lindsay. And the final transfer spot to the 44 of Riley Simmons. That will conclude the heat race action for the evening. One consolation race coming up for the All-Star Slingshots. Starting lineup for the Slingshot Consolation race. Brock Pinkerus and Chuck Wary on row number 1. Kyle Hervey and James Benz in row 2. Ben Laser, Mason Pittenger in row 3. Charles Benz, Taylor Mills in row 4. Sean Schellenhammer, Faith Turnbull, row 5. Roger Collins in row number 6. Green flag in the air. We are underway. Oh, big hit turn 1. One car almost goes over. That's the 21W of Chuck Wary. Second time tonight we almost saw one of the slingshots go over. The M10 of Taylor Mills completed the triple Lindy off of turn 4 right by the flag stand. The 21W of Chuck Wary goes around after contact with Brock Pinkerus. They were the front row for this one. Also looked like the 4 of Ben Laser may have come to a stop there as well. Hearing that 4 machine did stop, so he'll head to the back of the pack. So looks like with the 3 cars heading to the back of the pack, also the 14C of Sean Schellenhammer will get us a double file start here, but now it's going to be Kyle Hervey and James Benz on the front row. Mason Pittenger. A little trouble for the 15 of Faith Turnbull. That car gets hooked up. Oh, now she's going to get it almost beached down here in between turns 1 and 2. Trouble for the 15 of Faith Turnbull. So the 78 of Kyle Hervey and the 68 of James Benz will start on the front row. The 42 of Mason Pittenger and the 67 of Charles Benz will be in row number 2. Row 3 will now have the 39 of Roger Collins and the 5 of Brock Pinkerus. Row 4, the 21W with Chuck Wary to his outside, the 4 of Ben Laser. The 14C of Sean Schellenhammer, the 15 of Faith Turnbull will round out the field. Green flag out on take 2. A little bit of contact. The roof flops open on the 5. Side-by-side battle for third. Mason Pittenger down to the inside of the 67 of Charles Benz. Has to give up the spot. Chuck Wary, Ben Laser, and Roger Collins all doing battle back in the pack just a little bit. Top 6 are going to transfer. Trouble for the 21 of Chuck Wary. That car makes contact. That may have even had a little bit of a, yeah, you can see the right front on that car may be broken. He made contact towards the back of the pack. So caution flag back out on the Speedway. Kyle Hervey holds on to the race lead. Two laps in the books. Kyle Hervey, James Benz, Charles Benz, Mason Pittenger, Roger Collins, and Ben Laser. The car is currently slated to transfer. Faith Turnbull pulls off into the infield. Her night will be done. Green flag back in the air. We are underway again. Good start for Kyle Hervey. He's going to hold on to the race lead. Collins looks to the inside of Pittenger. Almost made contact in the middle of 1 and 2. Now here's Ben Laser looking inside of Collins just a little bit further back in the pack. That is the battle for the 5th position with the 5 of Brock Pinkerus. Still with the roof flopped open on that car. Here's Laser to the inside of Collins. Nice pass. Maybe a little bit of right side romance on corner entry, but gets the job done nicely. Move Ben Laser up to the 5th position. Collins now back to 6th. The 14C of Sean Schellenhammer is going to be the next car back. So at the front of the field, Kyle Hervey going to be your race leader. James Benz runs 2nd. Charles Benz 3rd. 4th, Mason Pittenger. 5th to the 4 of Ben Laser. 6th, Roger Collins in the 39. 7th will be the 5 of Brock Pinkerus. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Kyle Hervey. He's already into turns 3 and 4. Off the corner, checkered flag in the air. Kyle Hervey picks up the win in the consolation for the Slingshots over James Benz, Charles Benz, Mason Pittenger, Ben Laser, Roger Collins rounds out the 6 cars that'll transfer into tonight's A main. The night is over for Sean Schellenhammer, Brock Pinkerus, Faith Turnbull, Chuck Wary, and Taylor Mills. Only 7 cars scheduled to take the green in the next consolation race for the Sportsman. 6 will transfer. So if one car does not answer the bell, that will mean that the Sportsman Consi would get the checkered flag before they ever get the green. Okay, hearing that the 647 of R.J. Rossi did not answer the bell for the Consi in the Sportsman division, so the Sportsmen aren't even going to roll out onto the racetrack. So the next consolation race that needs to be up into the staging area is for the 270s. For those of you that are watching on the live stream, we'll take the 3-minute commercial break here and get that one out of the way. You are watching Race Night at the Clyde here on the National Racing Network.
At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I've taken 25 selfies in the last 10 minutes.
26.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Hellinger in the 34 of Christy Swigert in row 4. Welcome back to those of you that are watching on the National Racing Network. Row number 5, the 29 of Tom Spatz and the 59J of Walt Wampole. 21D of Dave Williams and the 20 of Corey Schmuck Jr. will roll off in row number 6. Row 7, the 96 of Jerry Durrell and the 647 of R.J. Rossi. with no consolation race being run for the Sportsman, kind of hustled things up on the 270s. So those drivers did not have a whole lot of time to make any changes, the normal allotment of time. So hearing there will not be any penalties issued for drivers that are a little bit slower getting up to the gate here in the Consi. 6 will qualify. Jared Imler, Nate Gibble on row 1, Mike Urich, Brent Shearer, row 2, Tom Landwehr, Anthony Yerger, row 3, row 4, Charles Hellinger, Christy Swigert, row 5, Tom Spatz, Walt Wampole, Dave Williams, Corey Schmuck Jr., row 6, row 7, Jerry Durrell, RJ Rossi. Once again, want to say a big thank you to Meshi Motorsports and Olivia Thayer for all their toy donations and the Kids Club toys that they passed around here. Really helps us able to get our Kids Club program off the ground. And if you're watching on the live stream, it's your first time here at the racetrack, the Kids Club, only $10 to join. We picked kids. We had a Kids Club member wave a green flag for every session of Hot Laps tonight, which was very, very cool. Also need to thank Scout Troop 56 from the PA Dutch Council out of Strasburg, Pennsylvania, for coming out tonight, presenting the colors for us in the pre-race ceremonies, hanging out and enjoying some fantastic micro sprint racing. We saw it 1 week ago, some of the best micro sprint racing anywhere in the country taking place right here at Lanco's Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. Lights are out. We are ready to go. Not a full field. 10 cars answering the bell. Tom Spatz, Walt Wampole, Jerry Durrell, and RJ Rossi all a did not start. 6 to transfer. Green flag in the air. We're underway. Great start to the outside by Nate Gibble. He's going to be the race leader over Jared Imler as they hit into 1. Mike Urich and Brent Shearer are going to battle for the 3rd position. 3 wide going into the corner. Corey Schmuck to the outside. Tom Landwehr was in the middle. Christy Swigert was inside. That's all that's going to be the battle for 7th. Oh, a little bit of contact there with the 5A of Anthony Yerger. That's going to let everybody else catch back up. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, put them under a blanket off of turn 2. The 21D of Dave Williams able to hold on to the spot over Anthony Yerger. The battle for the final transfer spot. Anthony Yerger has it. Christy Swigert going after it. Big contact off the corner. Yerger bottles up. Swigert comes to a stop. Caution flag is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Charles Hellinger also comes to a stop down the back straightaway. Dave Williams in the 21D will also come to a stop. Nate Gibble had a 2.5 second lead over Brent Shearer, but that lead was rapidly evaporating as Shearer set the fastest lap of the race, 11:2:44. Mike Urich running now in 3rd position. Jared Imler 4th. Corey Schmuck 5th. Tom Landwehr holding on to the final transfer spot. The 5A of Anthony Yerger was the first car to make heavy contact, but he kept it running, so he'll hold on to his spot. Christy Swigert being towed off the racetrack. Same story for Charles Hellinger. Only 8 cars now remaining on the racetrack. One more consi coming up. That's going to be in the 125s and the 4-strokes. The lights are out. We're ready to go back to green flag racing at the front of the field. Nate Gibble leads over Brent Shearer. Mike Urich 3rd. Jared Imler 4th. Corey Schmuck, Tom Landwehr, your transfer spots. 21D of Dave Williams going to be the final car running A little bit of contact inside. Oh, the 5A almost goes around. He comes to a stop at the exit of turn 2. Caution flag is out. Four laps in the book. 6 laps remain to be run. Going to be a single file restart once again, with the exception of the 5A of Anthony Yerger, who will head to the back. Yerger now running in the 8th position. He's got to pick up 2 spots, get in front of that 25 of Tom Landwehr. The lights are out. We are getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Green is back out on the speedway. Keep your eye on that 5A. See if he's able to gain any ground. Not able to yet. Brent Shearer tries to close in on the race leader, Corey Schmuck Jr. to the outside of Mike Urich. He'll get the pass completed up to 4th. Go to work on Jared Imler for 3rd. Those 2 cars almost make contact going into turn 1 and 2. The gap opens back up at the race lead. It was a quarter of a second the last time by. Stays right about that, up a 10th. Schmuck comes around Imler. He's up to 3rd. Keep your eye on that 5A and the 25. Landwehr, oh, he bottles us up to the inside. Yerger has to swing way to the outside. That's the fight for the transfer spot. Yerger, little bit of contact. White flag in the air. 1 lap remaining. Nate Gibble holds on to the race lead. Yerger going to look inside of Landwehr off the corner. That's the final transfer spot up for grabs. Race leader already making his way off of turn 4. Checkered flag in the air. Nate Gibble picks up the win in the consi for the 270s. Off of turn 4. Final transfer spot goes to Tom Landwehr in the 25, Anthony Yerger in the 5A, Dave Williams, Christy Swigert, Charles Hellinger, Tom Spatz, Walt Wampole, Jerry Durrell, RJ Rossi. All do not qualify for tonight's event. We are going to try and run the Slingshot feature before intermission, is what I'm being told. Slingshot feature to the staging area immediately, please. We're going to try to get as much of this program in before the weather arrives. .125 and 4-stroke Consi rolling out onto the speedway. On the pole for this one will be the 5 of Terry Ellicks and the 57K of Cassidy Michael. 78 of Sarah Bohr and the 112 of Dylan Yingst in row number 2. LR62 with Drayson Laser and the 18 of Ron Young in row 3. Row 4, the 26 LR of Kim Minzer and the 04 of Sam Borger. 7L of Chase Laser and the 24 of Logan Road. In row number 5, the 22 with Jared St. John in row 6. Okay, sounds like now we are going to go to intermission here at the conclusion of the consi here. Here, and the lineup is good, and we are going to be ready to go racing here in just a moment. Terry Alex, Cassidy Michael on the front row. Sarah Boyer, Dylan Yingst in row 2. Green flag is out. We are underway here in the 125 and 4-stroke consi. Alex holds on to the race lead. Cassidy Michael runs second. Nice job by Dylan Yinks to grab the third spot. Sarah Boyer holds on to fourth. 3 wide. Battle turns 3 and 4. Sam Borger down to the inside of the 7L at Chase Laser. The battle for the transfer spot has the 0-4 as Sam Borger. Chase Laser wants it. Logan Road fighting for that spot as well. Laser gets up. Oh, trouble for Telly Alex off at turn 2. Big evasive move by Sam Borger. Caution flag is out. We are under caution with 8 laps remaining. That could have been ugly for Sammy Borger. Nice piece of driving. Two laps in the books, 8 laps to go. In the 125 4-stroke consi. Terry Alex will restart at the front of the field. Single file restarts. Cassidy Michael second, Dylan Yanks third, Sarah Boyer fourth. Drayson Laser. Excuse me, that was the race leader. Terry Alex having trouble off at turn 2, so he's going to get pushed into the infield. That promotes Cassidy Michael to the front of the field. Dylan Yanks second, Sarah Boyer third, Drayson Laser fourth, Sammy Borger fifth, Chase Laser sixth. That's going to be exciting as they get ready to roll here. Good restart for Cassidy Michael. She holds the lead by 2 car lengths off at turn 4. Logan Road looks inside of Chase Laser, who looks inside of Sam Borger. Laser going to be able to get the pass completed off at turn number 4. Logan Road now going to try to make the same inside move on Borger off at 2. Drayson Laser, the 62 LR, right up on the back bumper of Sarah Boyer. Chase Laser there as well. Going to be cross flags this time by Cassidy Michael, still the race leader. She sets the fastest lap of the race. Trouble for the 22 with Jared St. John. He's going to pull off into the infield. His race will be done as well. Michael again sets the fastest lap. The lead's up to 2.4 seconds. Chase Laser, Logan Road going to work now on the 78 of Sarah Boyer. Sarah able to hold on to the spot. Chase looks inside off the corner. Right there at the left side, but not close enough to make the move. Going to try it again off at 2. Again, not close enough. Twin sticks in the air. We are 2 laps to go here in the 125 consi. Chase Laser slides up the racetrack just a little bit. Logan Road got inside. Now white flag is out. 1 lap remaining for race leader Cassidy Michael. Drayson Laser holds on to the final transfer spot. Sammy Borger losing just a little bit of room, but any of these drivers slip up, that could be the end of it. Checkered flag out for Cassidy Michael. She gets her first consi win of the season over Dylan Yanks, Sarah Boyer, Chase Laser, Logan Road, and Drayson Laser. The night is over in a DNQ for Sam Borger, Ron Young, Kim Minzer, Jared St. John, and Terry Alex. That will bring us to a very brief intermission period here, and I would say very, very brief.
At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.